Hey everyone, and welcome back to the English Learning Podcast. I'm Jason, your host.
And I'm Julia. We're so happy you're here with us today. If you're someone who wants to speak English more fluently and naturally, this episode is just for you.
That's right. Today, we're going to talk all about how to improve your English speaking fluency. This is one of the most common goals for English learners around the world. And also, one of the most important.
Absolutely. Speaking fluently means you can express your thoughts clearly without pausing too much or getting stuck. You don't have to be perfect, but you do want to be confident and smooth when you speak.
In this episode, we're going to break it all down for you. We'll talk about what fluency really means, what usually stops learners from speaking fluently, and, of course, some very practical tips to help you speak better English starting today.
And we'll also do some fun fluency building exercises together, so make sure you listen till the end. And if you can, practice along with us.
All right, let's get started. First up, what exactly is speaking fluency? So let's start with a very important question. What exactly is speaking fluency?
Good question, Jason. A lot of people think fluency means speaking perfect English with no mistakes. But actually, fluency is not about being perfect. It's about speaking smoothly and easily, without too many long pauses.
Exactly. You don't need to know every grammar rule or use fancy words. Fluency means you can keep the conversation going, you can express your ideas clearly and naturally.
Think of it like this. When you're fluent, your words flow like water in a river. It's okay if there are a few small rocks in the water. That's like making small mistakes, but the water keeps moving.
That's a great example, Julia. Now, fluency is different from accuracy. Accuracy means using correct grammar and vocabulary. Fluency is about the speed and flow of your speech.
And for most conversations, fluency is more important than accuracy. People care more about understanding you than about your grammar being perfect.
Let's give an example. Imagine someone says, "Yesterday I go to market. I buy apples." Now, that's not perfect grammar. It should be, "I went to the market and bought apples." But you understand what they're saying, right?
Exactly. And the person said it quickly and confidently so it still sounds fluent. That's what we want. Clear, confident communication.
So, to all our listeners, don't wait until your English is perfect. Start speaking now. The more you practice, the better your fluency will become.
Yes, fluency comes from practice, not from just reading grammar books. And we're going to help you do that today.
All right. Now that we know what fluency is, let's talk about what makes it hard. What stops people from becoming fluent? Now that we understand what fluency means, let's talk about something really important. What stops people from speaking fluently?
Yes, because many learners want to be fluent, but they feel stuck. Let's look at some common obstacles. Maybe you've experienced some of these too.
The first big one is fear of making mistakes. Many people are afraid to speak because they don't want to sound wrong or be laughed at.
That's so true. But remember, making mistakes is part of learning. Even native speakers make small mistakes all the time. The key is to keep going.
Exactly. Mistakes show that you're learning and growing, so don't let fear stop you.
The second obstacle is a lack of vocabulary. When you don't know enough words, it's hard to say what you want.
But here's the good news. You don't need a huge vocabulary to speak fluently. You just need to use the words you do know well and build from there.
Right. And using simple words clearly is much better than using difficult words incorrectly.
The third common problem is thinking in your native language and then translating into English.
Yes, and that slows you down. Your brain has to stop, translate, and then speak. That can make your sentences sound unnatural.
To become fluent, you want to start thinking in English. We'll talk more about how to do that later in the episode.
Another big challenge is a lack of speaking practice. Many learners study grammar or reading, but they don't actually practice speaking.
Yes, speaking is like a muscle. If you don't use it, it won't grow. The more you speak, the more confident and fluent you'll become.
And the last obstacle is self-doubt and low confidence. Many learners feel shy, embarrassed, or tell themselves, "I'm not good enough."
Please don't say that to yourself. Confidence comes with practice. Everyone starts somewhere. Even the best English speakers were beginners once.
That's so important, Jason. So if you're listening right now and you faced any of these problems, you're not alone. We've all been there.
And the good news is, we're going to help you break through those obstacles with some practical tips you can use every day.
So let's get into it. How can you actually improve your speaking fluency?
All right, let's get into the heart of today's episode, practical tips to help you become more fluent in English.
Yes, these are simple things you can do every day, even if you don't live in an English-speaking country. Let's start with one of our favorites.
Tip number 1. Practice speaking English every single day. Even 10 to 15 minutes a day can make a big difference.
That's right. You don't need a partner. You can talk to yourself. Describe what you're doing, say your thoughts out loud, or talk to your mirror.
Another great technique is called shadowing. That means listening to a short sentence from a video or podcast and repeating it right after the speaker, almost like an echo.
Yes, it helps you learn the rhythm, pronunciation, and natural speed of native speakers. Start with one sentence at a time, repeat, and shadow again.
And don't worry if it feels weird at first. That just means you're building new habits.
Tip number 2, start thinking in English. This helps you stop translating in your head, which slows you down.
Exactly. Start with small thoughts. For example, instead of thinking, "I need to drink water," in your language, say it in English. In your mind, "I need to drink water."
You can also try this when walking, cooking, or even brushing your teeth. Just describe what you're doing in English.
It may feel silly, but it really works over time. You'll begin to speak more naturally without stopping to translate.
Tip 3. Learn useful phrases, not just individual words. Fluency comes from using natural expressions.
Right. For example, instead of just knowing the word hungry, learn the full phrase, "I'm really hungry." Let's get something to eat.
Or instead of learning tired, learn "I'm feeling tired today, I didn't sleep well last night."
These are called chunks or collocations, and they help you sound more fluent and confident.
Tip number 4. Imitate native speakers. Watch English movies, YouTube videos or podcasts, and copy how they speak.
Yes, focus on their intonation, pronunciation, and try repeating a scene from your favorite show. Say it with the same emotion and tone.
It's not just about the words, it's about how they say the words. You'll learn to speak more naturally.
And you can pause the video, repeat the line, and even record yourself to compare.
And that brings us to tip number 5, record yourself speaking. This is one of the most powerful tools to build fluency.
Pick a topic, like your day, your favorite food, or your weekend plans, and talk about it for 1 or 2 minutes. Then listen to the recording.
You'll hear your pronunciation, your speed, and areas where you can improve. Over time, you'll also notice your progress.
So to review, speak every day, think in English, learn full phrases, copy native speakers, and record yourself.
If you do even just 1 or 2 of these every day, your fluency will grow so much faster.
Up next, we're going to practice a few of these with you. Get ready for some fun and simple fluency exercises. Now it's time for one of our favorite parts of the show, fluency building exercises. These will help you put everything we talked about into action.
Yes, if you're listening right now, join us and practice out loud. Don't be shy, even if you're alone. The more you speak, the more fluent you'll become.
All right, here's the first exercise. It's called Quick Descriptions. We'll give you something to describe, and you try to speak about it for 30 seconds. Ready?
Okay, here's your first topic. What did you do yesterday? Take a deep breath and start speaking now. We'll give you a few seconds of quiet to talk.
Great job! Don't worry if you paused or repeated words. Just keep practicing.
Here's your second topic. Describe your favorite food. Go ahead, say it out loud in English.
Awesome! You can do this every day with different topics. Your room, your hobby, your family. It's a great way to train your fluency muscle.
Now for exercise 2. Build full sentences using natural phrases. We'll give you a phrase. You finish the sentence.
Here's the first one. I'm really looking forward to. What are you looking forward to?
Great. Now try this one. The last time I felt nervous was when. Can you complete that sentence out loud?
You can write these phrases down and create your own sentences every day. It will help your fluency grow fast.
And finally, let's try a little shadowing. That means repeating what we say at the same time or right after us.
Let's try it with a short conversation. First, listen to it. Then we'll repeat it slowly for you to shadow. Hey, how was your weekend?
It was great. I went hiking with some friends.
That sounds fun. Where did you go?
We went to the mountains. The view was amazing. Okay, now repeat with us. Ready?
Hey, how was your weekend?
It was great. I went hiking with some friends.
That sounds fun. Where did you go?
We went to the mountains. The view was amazing.
Nice work. Do this kind of shadowing with podcasts, movies, or YouTube videos. It's a powerful way to sound more fluent.
That was fun, wasn't it? And remember, you can repeat these exercises anytime.
Coming up next, we'll talk about how to stay motivated on your journey to fluency, even when progress feels slow. Now, let's take a moment to talk about something really important: motivation. Learning to speak English fluently takes time, effort, and patience. But you're not alone.
Exactly. Many learners around the world have faced the same challenges, and they succeeded. Let's share a few short stories of real learners who made amazing progress.
First, let's talk about Ahmed from Egypt. He started learning English by watching cartoons and YouTube videos. Just 20 minutes a day.
At first, he was shy and afraid to speak, but he made it a daily habit to describe his day in English. After 6 months, he was speaking confidently in online English meetups.
His secret? Consistency. Even on busy days, he practiced for just 10 minutes, and it paid off.
Now meet Lila from Brazil. She used to translate every sentence in her head before speaking, and it made her nervous.
So she started thinking in English and using short phrases like, I'm not sure, or let me think. Slowly, her fluency improved.
Now she even teaches basic English to kids in her neighborhood. Amazing, right?
And finally, Raj from India. He recorded himself speaking every week for 1 year.
He said the first few recordings were hard to listen to, but over time he noticed real progress. Better grammar, better pronunciation, more confidence.
Raj says, don't be afraid to sound silly. Be proud of your effort. That's how fluency begins.
These learners didn't have perfect English, but they had passion and persistence.
And so do you. If they can do it, you can too. Your fluency is just around the corner, one step at a time. As we wrap up today's episode, let's cover some quick do's and don'ts to help you stay on track and keep improving your fluency.
First, let's talk about the do's. These are things you should definitely do if you want to improve your fluency.
Do practice speaking every day, even if it's just for a few minutes. Consistency is key.
Do make English a part of your daily life. Listen to podcasts, watch English shows, and try to use English whenever you can.
Do focus on communication, not perfection. Don't worry about making mistakes. Just keep speaking.
And most importantly, do stay positive and keep track of your progress. Celebrate small wins.
Now, let's look at a few don'ts things to avoid on your fluency journey.
Don't compare yourself to others. Every learner is on their own path. Focus on your progress.
Don't be afraid to make mistakes. They're part of the learning process. Remember, no one speaks perfectly 100% of the time.
Don't stop practicing just because you feel like you're not improving fast enough. Fluency takes time. It's about persistence.
And finally, don't let fear of speaking hold you back. The more you speak, the more confident and fluent you'll become.
So, follow these do's and avoid the don'ts, and you'll definitely keep moving towards fluent English.
That's all for today's episode of Improve Your English Speaking Fluency. Thanks for joining us.
Keep practicing, stay motivated, and remember, you're doing great.
Before we end today's episode, let's do a quick recap. We covered a lot today, from what speaking fluency really means, to practical exercises, and real learner stories.
Yes, and remember, practice daily, focus on communication, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. Fluency comes with time and persistence.
If you have any questions or want to share your progress, drop a comment below. We'd love to hear from you.
Thanks for listening and keep speaking. See you in the next episode.
Before we wrap up, we want to encourage you to take action today. If you found this episode helpful, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast so you never miss a new episode.
Also, if you're serious about improving your fluency, consider checking out our other episodes, and feel free to share this podcast with a friend who's learning English too.
Leave us a review and let us know what topics you want us to cover next. Your feedback helps us create better content for you.
Thanks for listening to Improve Your English Speaking Fluency. We'll see you in the next episode. Keep practicing and keep growing.